Let's talk about indie games. Without the meddling chokehold of shareholders' greed to stifle expression and creativity, you can find just about any kind of game in the world of indie developers. From industry-defining masterpieces like Hollow Knight and Silksong, infuriating rage-bait games like Jump King and Getting Over It, or immersive simulators like Kerbal Space Program, there is something here for everyone. But what if you're tired of being nice and don't quite have the explosive anger to go apeshit? What if it's a lovely morning in a village and you want to make it everybody else's problem that you exist today? Well, boy howdy, do we have just the game for you, Untitled Goose Game. Here in the charming little village of Nottertown, you are a goose, a horrible goose, and that is everyone else's problem. This charming little title seemed like a very fun time and also a quaint idea for a platinum grind. Sure, there are just 24 trophies to pick up here, but hey, it's more of an excuse to get to be a silly goose and cause some problems. Plus, doing so gets us a secret prize. I mean, that could be anything. Before we jump in, we'd just like to mention these grinds are done live here and over on Twitch, which you can find the links to along with the VOD archives down below. And hey, while you're down there, why not give the video a like? It goes a long way in helping us and these videos out. With that said, let's see what the day in the life of a goose looks like. Welcome to the village of Nottertown. Founded on a homely and welcoming community, rich history, gorgeous nature walks, and a charming local watering hole, this place has become the home to not only almost 1,000 people, but a host of friendly local wildlife. Friendly all except for the goose. Aggressive, irritable, and vindictively cruel, the villagers know that, try as they might, the goose has the undisputed rule of this roost. But don't worry, the goose only journeys into the village on a Saturday. Unfortunately, today is a Saturday. Oh well. Within only a few minutes of entering the tranquil park, our feathered friend has found their first target to torment, the local groundskeeper. While the goose has many malicious machinations, the first step to all of these involves getting him out of that garden. Thanks to the cunning wit of the goose, turning on the sprinkler forces that groundskeeper to unlock the gate and come deal with the problem. In doing so, the goose can slip into the garden and start part 2 of this multi-phase plan. Hiding just behind the now closed gate, the goose lies in wait for the unsuspecting groundskeeper to unwittingly bring them the desired prize, the set of shiny keys. All it will take is one swift swipe.
Give me your keys. Give me your keys. Give me your keys. Give me your keys. Ha! They're my keys. Ha! Fuck you!
What a nasty thing for the goose to do. Now that the groundskeeper is locked outside and the keys are well and truly gone, this does present a problem for the goose. How will they get back outside? Luckily, the goose is already prepared for this. Over the many weeks, the goose has been crafting a most ingenious creation, a small tunnel in the hedge. Big enough for just the goose, and perfect for use for the rest of the goose's plans for the day, like making good use of this lovely weather to enjoy a little picnic. Having already set up a few things, all that's left would be some fresh vegetables from the now defenseless garden, something to wash it down with, and some music for entertainment. Despite the dangers of having this tunnel discovered, the goose finds an escape in the waters, and with naught but soap boots to show for it, the groundskeeper gives up the chase, leaving the goose to enjoy their, albeit slightly soggy, but still yummy picnic. Oh, almost forgot the music. There. Now it's perfect. With the picnic finished, the goose waddles into a harrowing discovery. The rake is too big to fit through the hedge hole. With no other choice, the goose shall have to begrudgingly return those keys to the groundskeeper. At least the rake can end up in the lake, exactly where it should be. After giving the groundskeeper a hammered thumb, the goose plans to move on from this garden, but not before taking one last souvenir.
I want your hat! Motherfucker, I am a goose, you will give me my hat! Haha! It's mine now! It's mine now! I have an idea. I'm just gonna run into the lake. Fuck you, you won't come in here. You don't like getting wet. Yeah, fuck you. This is my hat now! Oh shit! Here's the good news. He doesn't have this hat now. Loser. Tell you what, we'll put the hat here right now. Put the hat there. Yeah, he's gonna go wear his sun hat now. Yay! And that's the garden completed!
As the keen-eyed watching may have noticed, the goose hasn't just taken this groundskeeper's hat. Both the lone tulip and a trowel have ended up in the goose's possession. Because even though the goose is done with the garden, the goose isn't quite done tormenting the groundskeeper.
This is my trowel, fuck you. No, 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 I need that trowel. No, you bitch, I need that trowel. Okay. Alright. Haha. Okay. There we go. No, don't go for the radio. Give me your keys, bitch. I'm not done tormenting you. This should work. This should work. This should work. Now she needs to see. Hey, look. There's the trowel. Go on. Do the thing. That's a trowel. Oh, it's not your trowel. That's my trowel. No, it's not your trowel. It's my trowel. I paid for it. I stole something and made him pay it back. Devious. Oh, I'm like any good capitalist.
Yes, that makes sense. You couldn't be this annoying a creature and not be a capitalist. And what better place for the capitalist Goose to be than the high street? After all, there are a whole new bunch of tasks to do and a whole new bunch of people to torment. But if the Goose is going to get any of these done, first that beastly weapon being wielded by the grocer has to go. After giving the debroomed grocer a bit of a runaround, the Goose decides to announce its presence to everyone here. It may be a little noisy, but then again, so is the Goose. Though not every store owner on the high street seemed to get the message. It looks like the Goose shall have to employ some more deceptive tactics if they are ever going to gain entry into this electronics store. And this weak and wimpy child will be the perfect bait. The Goose first preys on the wimpy kid's fear, corralling them into a corner. Once trapped, the Goose torments them further, untying their shoelaces before chasing the kid into the nearby puddle. Oh, how ghastly of the Goose. But this isn't the end of their tactic. Since this wimpy kid dropped their glasses in the puddle, the Goose takes this moment of chaos to nab those glasses and replace them with another incorrect pair. Scared, cold, wet, and half-blinded, the wimp is forced to seek refuge from the Goose by hiding in the nearby phone booth. You may be wondering, how does this help the Goose get into the electronics store? Well, the Goose plans to use this wimp as leverage. The store owner's exploitable empathy means that they'll have to come outside to help this child. But that's all the time the Goose needs to grab an umbrella, drag it into the now vulnerable store, and open it, thereby making the whole place unlucky and sending quite the message to the owner. Now that the Goose's dominance has been restored, all they have left to do is a spot of shopping.
Right, loo roll. Just pop this in my basket. It's not in my basket. That was next to, but that's... Whoa, okay. Okay, I need a hairbrush. Where is the stupid woman and the stupid boy and the stupid everyone? Because they're not me, a Goose. All right, where the fuck's a toothbrush? Well, I can get me another carrot. Is that a cleaner there? You. Oh, leave the bin alone. That's cleaner. Well, I mean, if the bin counts, did someone throw out a fucking thing? Hey, is that a toothbrush? There might be a toothbrush. Okay, you're there. Yep, go for it, 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 go for it. You have no idea where I've gone. I'm a master of stealth.
Before leaving, since everyone was so terribly rude to the Goose has one final parting gift to give.
You! Run away! I'm not done with you! March! Keep going, kid! Yes, push the kid! No, 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 no. I will corral your ass in there. Shh. I have an idea. If I take something of hers, she'll want to go after it. Haha! No, 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 no! Get your ass back in there, kid! Okay. There we go. Fuck both of you! Hooray! That's the high street! Hey, that's dreadful as well.
There. Now the Goose can pick up the groundskeeper's hat it tucked away for safekeeping, the toothbrush from the shopping trip, and that wimpy kid's football and glasses to bring them all along to their next destination, the back gardens. While there are fewer people here, the Goose has plans to plant the seeds of irritation and frustration with not just the Goose, but between these two neighborly neighbors. First, the Goose gains the trust and favor of the artistic neighbor. By bringing them the hat, glasses, and toothbrush, this inspires them to decorate the nearby bust. How pretty. She even decorated the Goose with this wonderful red ribbon. But this was all a means for the Goose to lull them into a false sense of security. For now, the artist would not be so vigilant over their prized pottery, which this fastidious fellow would so trivially then toss back over the fence. Oops. This fastidious fellow does run afoul of the Goose next when they stole that lovely new bow from the Goose as they were trying to be helpful and do the washing up. But retribution is swift and sows more seeds of animosity when the large bell rings out and startles this fellow. Who would do something so abhorrent as to ruin a man's tea time? Now the goose can finish planting those seeds of animosity between the neighbors by having the artist accidentally prune this prized rose. But all this time, you may have forgotten about something: the Wimpy Kids football. Well, the goose brought that along to celebrate a job well done here.
No. Are you in there? Can I get the ball back, please? No. Come on. Yes. There we go. And now it's a simple little matter of walking this in. Why are you got a fucking garden on a slope? I must be Sisyphus, for this is my boulder. Wait for it. Yes! Nimble! 115.
While the goose could move on, the goose's new fastidious friend hasn't suffered enough for what they've done.
Hello. Okay. Does that mean that I can now get the other one? Okay, well, if I can't get the other one, how do I make him go barefoot then? Fuck you and your slipper. That goes over there. What's he doing now? He takes a sip of the tea, and in doing so... Ha-ha, mine! Ha-ha-ha! Fuck you.
And with that, once the goose tries to be rather careful while checking out the throwing arm of the neighbor, the goose can set off, leaving with the rose and the lovely new bow. Oh, well, just the rose for now. But after a long, hard day of work, the goose, like anyone else, decides to unwind as anyone else here would, with a drink at the local watering hole. But if the experience going through the park, the high street, and this public walkway is anything to go by, the goose knows that humans don't seem to take too kindly to their presence in public spaces. A quick search of the entrance proves this true, but the scouting does start the formulating of a plan to get in, though the goose will have to do a little more research to test this idea.
I need this box, because I have a thing I need to go and do now. So this is going to take a while, but it's okay. This is mainly to test a theory for how to get into the pub. Fucking need to flip it over at some point as well somehow. That's gonna be fun. Stuck. Ha ha! That worked! Oh no! I don't know what's going on! That was, oh, fuck. Right. Here's what we do now. Get in the box. Haha! And now... Yeah, oh, there's a box here. I didn't put this box in here. It must be that neighbor of mine. Wait for it. Hey! 128.53.
A truly inspired plan, and after dragging the box all the way there and back again, the goose can employ the unwitting help of a human to carry them inside, with no one the wiser. It works for snakes, and apparently for geese too. Inside the pub, the goose seeks to gain the favor of those patrons here. A small dance display should do the trick. Having even gone back to the artist's garden to reacquire the red bow, the goose's display is deemed so elegant, the goose's audience even gifts them their daisy. The goose will just store this away along with the rest of the flowers they've picked up today. Once back inside the watering hole, the goose relives the good old times from the park and pinches the elderly gentleman's beanie hat, and done in such a cheeky way too. But the goose isn't just here to interact with the patrons. There's also the publican, who already seems a bit on edge. This turns out to be for good reason, as the goose learns this publican is also keeping a captive, a fellow sailor of the waters currently trapped within a small metal prison. Seeing this, the goose springs to mount a daring rescue mission.
Oh no, you have to clean that up. Yep, don't mind me. Okay, give me that. No, mine. I need that. No, give me that. Those are mine. There we go. Yes. Haha! My toy boat now.
After escaping this vile prison, the goose sets the boat free in the canal. What a lovely thing to do. While this rescue operation did build quite the appetite, and despite the goose having planned to enjoy a nice meal in this watering hole's atmosphere, that feeling has somewhat soured for the goose now. Now, this place needs to be sent a message.
Chase me, chase me. Oh, you should totally chase me. Get in there. Okay. He's in there now, which is good. And now, I will make him come over here. Oh, I could set up a thing here if I put an item in front of the thing. Well, the bucket's there now, so surely he'll come back over and pick the bucket up, won't he, at some point? You don't see me. He sees me! Come here. I know you see me. God damn it, go for the fucking pepper, you prick. Oh, he's going for it. He's going for it. He's fucking going for it. Fucking go for it. Bitch! No! Stupid old man. I'm barely big and scary and f all of you. Okay, what I'm gonna do then. Here you are, man. Have a tomato, dipshit. He's gonna go pick that back up. Where the fuck is he going with that? You are kidding me. Is he seriously putting that tomato in that You cunt. He's going to the tomato. He's going to the tomato. Good. Good. Put it in. I hate everything. I hate everything. I hate everything. I hate everything. Good, 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 good. Yeah, you fucking better put that fucking bucket back up there, you little fucking piece of shit, you fucking asshat. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you! Yeah, it's what I thought. Oh, fuck you. That's the pub complete. 208.
Leaving the pub now that the owners have been given their warning, the Goose comes to the last stop on today's trip, a scale replica of the Goose's entire kingdom. This is the place where the villagers come to offer tribute to the Goose, like this chrysanthemum, which is exactly what the Goose needs. Bringing this final flower to the others the Goose has gathered today, it finishes this beautiful bouquet. But that's not the only tribute made in the model village to the Goose. Towering over the village, sitting high and lofty, is a large, shiny bell. The Goose has seen how the people in this village often pay more attention to those chimes, so naturally, the Goose will have to take that bell all the way back home.
Reminder to all of you, this is my home. I own all of you. Ha 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 ha. Oh shit, they fixed the fucking... You fixed the goddamn gate. Well, guess what? Motherfuckers. Well, fine. I guess I shall have to go and parade this around everywhere. Bold assumption I was gonna let... Uh-oh. Ha, ha, no! Mine! Run, run! Wait, oh, this motherfucker here. What have you done here? There's no Goose in your place. You're just a crazy old man. A crazy old man wearing one shoe. Don't you dare. Aha, mine! Fuck you! My bell. Hear that? This whole place belongs to me. Oh, I still haven't found my glasses. Where are my glasses? Fuck you stupid little shit. Alright, and now... the final thing. You. Oh, he's standing in front of his garden door. Haha, I don't care. I can go over here instead. And now I can go home with my lovely bell. Oh, look, there's the boat and the pint glass. Very nice. Oh, of course. Another one for the collection. Thank you for playing our game.
While this might be the end of the day for the Goose, they do settle down with one last thought. Just how quickly could they do it all again? A new week means it's time for the Goose to venture into Nottertown once again. While the Goose might have the same plans as before, this time the Goose intends to go through each of the 4 areas and finish off the normal checklist of 7 or 8 items before the sound of the church bells ring out. You've heard those bells already once before, and the Goose has found they ring out 7 minutes after they first enter each area. A daunting and tricky task for the Goose to be sure, but one that can be tried again and again until the Goose accomplishes that goal. And the Goose has a few ideas for how to squeeze as much efficiency out of every second here. For example, in the park, by giving the radio a quick wash, the Goose needn't worry about the music drawing the attention of the groundskeeper to the picnic. They could even use the picnic basket to carry over multiple picnic items to the picnic blanket at once. The Goose has also found the best way to mess with the groundskeeper was to pluck their new tulip. When they go to replant it, that's the perfect chance to steal his hat and run far, far away with it. This will not only give the Goose plenty of time to mess with the other picnic items, but also set up for making the groundskeeper wear the sun hat and hammer his thumb again. Now it's just a matter of putting the rake in the lake, soaking the groundskeeper, and stealing those keys. That's all the Goose will need to do to complete the garden quickly. Now onto the high street, where the Goose has 3 times the number of people to keep track of. Though this poses a potential problem, in actuality a lot of this section will just need the Goose to take action while these humans plod along. For example, while the electronics store owner frees the wimpy kid from the phone booth, the Goose can start debrooming the grocer and still have plenty of time to get inside and get on television. And while the wimpy kid's precious toys are unguarded, the Goose can slip them onto one of the grocer's stalls too. When an argument breaks out over not paying for the toy, that's all the time the Goose goose needs to acquire most of the shopping list items. Considering how overly protective of the stall the grocer is, it's not too hard to get everything done on the high street quickly. If only the same could be said for the goose in the back gardens. Because the goose spent so much time sowing animosity between these two neighbors, that means most of the actions here involve those two in some way, meaning the goose is at the mercy of whatever they decide to do in the moment. The biggest issue the goose found was that the fastidious fellow would end up so concerned with the clothing in his pond, the goose couldn't get him to go barefoot. All that arguing they did, while fun to watch, caused the goose plenty of hassle. The best order the goose found was first grabbing a slipper while on the way to get the vase thrown over the fence. While the neighbors argued over the broken vase, this was the best time to get the rest of the clothing for the washing. The goose happened to see an opportunity to make the fellow spit out his tea while collecting the soap, so took advantage of the moment. And, similar to the last argument, the goose started to work on the 3 items to dress the bust while the neighbors argued over the ringing bell. By the time the goose was finished with these preparations, the fellow was primed for another stolen slipper. With the artist busy dressing the bust, the goose could set the stage to get themselves dressed with the ribbon. Phew, goodness, there was quite a bit to get done in the back gardens quickly, wasn't there? While the pub may have seemed daunting, what with the burly guardsman at the entrance, the goose found a new way to get inside. Unlike the slow approach of being carried in via a box, just taking down the sign is enough to slip inside. While there were a few mishaps with the pint glass, the biggest hurdle was rescuing the toy boat. Getting the old man to knock over the dartboard or fall over was a simple matter of keeping an eye out for them while the goose was collecting the items to set the table again. And the performance for the daisy takes the goose only a matter of seconds to enact. The final trap to bucket the burly guard was also prepared ahead of time when setting up the table, making sure there were plenty of tomatoes that needed reboxing. A rather satisfying end to doing everything in the pub quickly, wouldn't you say? Content with their question now answered, the goose heads back home to find a most fitting reward, a regal crown, one befitting of such a grand ruler as the goose. Bringing it to the groundskeeper allows them to adorn the goose with their new attire and make good use of a secret prize. What a charming look into the day in the life of a goose that was, and what a charming little game Untitled Goose Game is! Though it was a single stream to run through the entire grind, these 4 hours of grinding, minus about 15 minutes having controller issues to fix, was some of our simplest. Untitled Goose Game does what we love from video games. It takes one core idea and distills that down into its purest form to build the backbone of the game from. There are 5 moves the goose can perform. You can duck, you can flap, you can run, you can grab, and most importantly, you can honk. But from these 5 simple controls, the amount of comedy you can generate is astounding. Yes, it may have a limited shelf life for older players, but seeing Steam reviews of parents getting to play a game with their kids and having an endless amount of fun reminds us of something. Video games are a way for people to share an experience with others, and some of those others you'll share it with are gonna be your kids. Kinda crazy that this 8 out of 10 game about a silly goose left us with such a profound message, but here we are. When it came to the grind, this also had a nice balance to it. Nothing was outright missable, so if you learn what you've got to do, it's just about working out how you actually do it then. Sure, the 4 quickly trophies aren't where most of the difficulty in this 5 out of 10 grind comes from, but since you already know what you're doing, it's just about getting the AI to do what you need it to. And no trophy exemplifies this better than the back gardens quickly. It was the area which took us the longest to get right at 40 minutes, and for good reason. While 7 minutes feels like a long time, these 2 meandering neighbors pose the biggest issue. Sure, every area has things you need the people to do, but with all of the different things you'll have to corral them into doing, and how long that can take, those 7 minutes certainly don't end up feeling like a long time. It takes the spot for hardest achievement uncontested. But with that, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you very much to everyone who has found, followed, and stuck around on this video. Do let us know what you'd like to see us play next, and be sure to check down in the description below where you can find and follow us for more content and entertainment. Until then, we've been Ultrasonic Blur, you nerds have been a fantastic audience, and we shall see you all next time. Now we just need to get some friends before their next game comes out.